Today I'm going to give you an example of how we use the wealth creation principle, WCP, to offset a debt and add an extra $300 of liquid revenue from our wages. 4 years ago, I was spending about $300 a month on wine for my household. Now, that was considered a debt. So to take home $300 net, how much did I have to make? I had to gross $420. They take taxes out of the $420 and I net $300. So my monthly wine bill was in actuality $420 if you count how much I had to actually make to actually take home $300. Luckily, we were exposed to and joined a wine distribution company called Direct Sellers. In another video, I talk exclusively about exposure, which people must be exposed to certain things in order to benefit from certain things. But we'll get back to, you can check another video of mine out on that. But this was a wine distribution company called Direct Sellers with a C that had a multi-level marketing component to it. And we did this for about 3 years. Now, we weren't into the multi-level marketing part, but I was definitely into the part of what they offered. They had a program called 3 and Free, which means that if you found 3 people that spent the same amount of wine as you did, and they bought their wine, then your wine was free. So with the 3 and Free program, I told 3 other people who spent the same amount of wine as I did, and the company gave us our wine for free every month. So if you look at the end of this video, I did a wine get together, which you can see, like I said, at the end of this video. Where we introduced the wine, we recruited 3 people who love wine as much as we did, and we received $300 worth of wine for free from the company every single month. The same $420 that would have been spent as a debt from my wages, never to be seen again once I consumed the wine, I was now able to invest in wealth creation. And a friend of mine named Ryan and myself, we invested in Bitcoin at the time. This was 2016. 2017. So that was an extra $3,600 of liquid cash available for me to invest in or do whatever I wanted with every single year. So over the course of 3 years, I've saved over $10,000. That savings bought me quite a few Bitcoin, which at the time was going for about $1,000 or $1,100 a coin. I think the most I paid for a coin at that time was about $1,800. How much is Bitcoin worth today? That would be something just to check out for yourself. At Boca Wealth Solutions, services we offer are not just life insurance, not just different wealth creation principles, but we actually offer a significant reduction in student loans. There's this doctor, she owed $270,000 in student loan. Through our lawyers with PHP, her student loan was reduced from $270,000 to just $7,000. Yeah, you heard me correctly. From $270,000 all the way down to $7,000. Other things that we offer are debt consolidation, tax liens, life insurance, which is a big thing, life insurance, retirement plans, health insurance, annuities, IRAs, just to name a few things. Also, make sure you check below, because in the link after you watch the video, a friend of mine named Matt Sapala drives a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and he only pays $24 a month. This is after he applies the wealth creation principles. Now, this includes tax savings and different things like that, but watch this short video and he'll show you how you can do certain things like that too. It's called manipulating the system. Everyone does it. You have a Warren Buffett who pays less in taxes than his secretary who only makes $50,000 a year. The same thing with Donald Trump, how he pays very little taxes, but he's using the system that's already in place. My name is Horace Dawson, but you all can call me Tony. A lot of my friends call me Tony, okay? I invited you all here today to have some wine, obviously, because many of you all love wine. But I also invited you out here because we're trying to accrue or develop more friendships. Me and my wife, we moved up here moved to New Jersey from Florida last year, and we have a 2-year-old, so we rarely get a chance to go out and mingle with other people. So what we've been doing, we've been meeting people, and we figured we'd invite some of you all here tonight to just share a little social time with us. Anybody married in here? 1, 2, okay. Anybody plan on getting married soon? Okay, all right. Funny thing, when me and my wife met, we were talking, and she said that that she was looking forward to getting married, and she wanted to share all of my burdens and worries and lighten my load. I told her, hey, that's nice of you, but I don't really have any burdens or any, no heavy loads to carry. And then she said, silly, that's because we're not married yet. Anyway, on a more serious note, I was at work the other day, and I'm a registered nurse by trade. I'm a book writer, a motivational speaker. And so I'm a contracted nurse, so I work when I want to work. But I work with these 2 Jamaican nurses' aides. One of them is 70, female, she's 70. The gentleman, he's 78. Actually, the gentleman, he works 8 hours, gets off work, and then he works a construction job at 78. But the other lady, she's 70. She's in great shape too, trust me. But the thing that got me, she was speaking to our nursing supervisor. I overheard a conversation of her speaking with the nursing supervisor. And the nursing supervisor came up to her and said, you know what? I can't let you take Christmas and New Year's off. And I was thinking, she said, because she couldn't afford to let her go during that time because we'll be short-staffed. And I'm thinking, 70 years old, and I can't go visit my kids or my grandkids whenever I want to? I was like, kind of blown away. So the nurse's aide, she had the time. She had plenty of time. Actually, she was in jeopardy of losing some of her vacation days. But the manager said, well, tell you what, I'll make sure you don't lose your days so you can take vacation in like February. So she don't get to go see her grandkids and her kids for the holidays. And that made me sit back and reevaluate my life a little bit. And I thought about, how do you train elephants? How do you train elephants? Well, circus elephants you go to, Barnum and Bailey, you see the elephants there and they're all nice and quiet and just hurdled up together. But they didn't always have to be that way. They weren't that way when they were born. But what you do is you take a rope, a strong rope, you put that rope around the elephant's neck and you tie it to a firm post. And then that baby elephant tries to break away, but he can't. He continues to do this. They let him loose, then they put him back up under the yoke of that rope again to a firm post. And then again, he tries to break free and he can't break free. So he becomes conditioned. So now you get this big, strong elephant, one of the strongest creatures on the planet. All you gotta do is put a little rope on there and kind of just tie it to a little twig. He feels the rope around his neck, so he assumes that, hey, I'm trapped, I can't break free. And it made me think about my life. We all work. How do you train the smartest creature on the planet? Same way. You tell them to go to school, get good grades, graduate from high school, go to college, get a good degree, get good grades. Then you go find yourself a good job, find yourself a good boss. Then you work the next 11,000 days. You work 11,000 days that you give to that boss, or over 100,000 hours, if you want to put it in that respect. Now you work 100,000 hours for that particular boss, for that job. And then when you retire, usually it's 70, 68, 70, you receive a Social Security check. The average American receives a Social Security check for $1,350 or $16,000 a year. I mean, if I can't survive on $135,000 now, how am I going to survive on $16,000 then? So it just got me to thinking. Now, usually when I talk to people about different innovative ways to make money, a lot of them have that chain around their neck. They say they can't do it. A lot of times they don't even look into it. If I told you there was a way for you to turn $18 into an extra $100 or $1,000 a month, would you be interested? Would you even look into it? Probably not, because you got the yoke on your neck. If I told you there was a way for you to sell wine, have little wine socials like you all are attending tonight, And you can make an extra $1,000 a month just by having these little things and meeting good people, having fun. Would you believe me? Probably not. You got the rope around your neck. What if I told you that we could travel the world with people we know, like, and trust whenever we wanted to? Or we could work 11,000 days for the boss so that the boss can travel the world whenever he wants to with people he know, like, and trust. With this program that I'm talking about, use this example. If all of Donald Trump's supporters join this program that I'm telling you about right now, that would create over 4,000 new millionaires. Would that help stimulate the economy? Maybe a little bit. But I'm not here to talk about that tonight. We're here just to have fun, drink wine, eat some hors d'oeuvres, and learn a little bit about what I do. And it's something that you can do too. Anyone heard of the spider monkey? Well, this is a little monkey in Africa. And what the trappers usually do, they usually lay down big old glass containers on the jungle floor. And it has a small little neck. So you take your hand, the little spider monkey goes up, they put a little nut in there that monkey likes. He slips his little hand in, squeezes in. Then he grabs the nut. But the thing is, once you make a fist, the bottle's too close, you can't pull your fist out. Then the trappers come out and they see the monkey, and the monkey got this little nut in his hand and he's not going to let that nut go. So the same thing, a lot of people in life, they don't want to let go of $18 to give something a little chance. They don't want to let go of that nut. Trust me, you'll feel a whole lot better if you got rid of that nut. Trust me. At this point, I like to go around the room, just meet a few people I don't know. Ryan, I know. Great guy. He has his own company, been doing this for many years. Daryl, he's a phlebotomist over at the hospital, one of the hospitals I work at. My wife, she's a doctor. She's a neuropsychologist. She deals with people with traumatic brain injuries. And actually, that's one thing that got me into the wine business. My wife is Swedish, and they love their wine. My wine bill is over $300 a month. So I figured, why not join a direct sellers or a wine company and get a membership? So now I get 40% off on wine. I mean, there's even a way that I can even show you how you can get free wine every single month. Would anybody be interested? Okay, all right. Yes, and that's one of them right there. Let me just give you a quick example. Thank you. This one here. What this company does, they do something very unique. They're called direct sellers with a C. And they get wine from all over the world that you will not find at your local store. Because some of these are small vineyards and things like that. Specialty, but they're premium wines. They still cost you $18, $20 at the store. But like this one here, this one is called Gumball. And each wine, they send you a little card. And what it does is it tells the story of this particular wine. So the reason I know you'll never be able to get this wine, because they'll never make this wine again. This one, what happened was they had a particularly cold winter. So the berries were kind of small. So they said, well, either we toss it or we can make about 500 cases of this particular wine. So they made 500 cases of this, and it's fantastic. 85% Merlot, 10% Syria, and the other one I can't even pronounce, Cabernet. I'd have to ask my wife. I'm not a wine connoisseur, but my wife could tell you everything about it. But I do know it tastes fantastic, and it has a rich taste to it. But anyway, if you do have questions or want to know how you can turn $18 into hundreds or thousands a month, or if you'd like to know how you can receive free wine every month and possibly make money with that, just see me after this. Okay, let's eat.